When asked why he wanted to climb Mount Everest, George Mallory uttered the four most famous words in mountaineering: because it is there. All those who come to Ampersand Mountain, a peak of middling altitude in the Adirondacks, work hard to stand on the summit for a different reason. In this case, it's all about the view. Early one cool and luminous morning, curiously Adirondack co-producer Josh Clement and I laced up hiking boots once again and marched into the woods. During the walk-in, as climbers put it, the going is easy. Some make time here, but you cheat yourself if you don't linger a while. A mature forest of yellow birch, sugar maple, American beech, and more rises above a forest floor thick in moisture-holding humus. The trail underfoot is soft and the ascent gentle. We pause now and again to savor some of the subtle pleasures of the deep woods. Red trilliums are in full bloom, their trademark three-parted flowers and leaves particularly lush. These plants may live for decades. Under a rotting log, we find a redback salamander. It too may have been living here for decades. We put it back quickly. One of the grandest sights along the first part of the trail is a stream that sends up a pleasant noise as it caroms off of mossy boulders of luminous green. I can't resist hauling out a camera and tripod here and trying to capture a hint of the beauty. All around us, birds sing. Two members of the choir stand out: the white-throated sparrow, a signature voice of the Adirondack Mountains, and the Blackburnian warbler, which tends to turn up wherever there are hemlocks. As the trail gets steep, the rapture of the walk's first half gives way to a difficult climb. Here, at a fine place to rest, we meet fellow pilgrims who give us their ideas about the mountain.
Because we are from the northern Adirondacks, we tend to look north. We see all the lakes, Tupper Lake and the Saranacs, and sometimes we try to identify the little tiny mountains far to the north, like Catamount or Little Blue Mountain, and then you can see the high peaks from the other direction. It's a great view.
Be prepared to just climb up over the rocks up toward the top, but otherwise it's a beautiful walk. Kids can do it. It's a matter of time, for a lot of people to give it enough time. Take a day if you're going to.
As we continue, the steep gets even steeper and the trail grows rocky and muddy in places. Again, we share a rest stop with companions.
I would say that you can definitely do it. Just take the breaks when you need it and definitely have the confidence you can get to the top because the reward is a big one.
I don't know. I've really only done cycling, so cycling has done a bit to get the legs ready, but I'm definitely going to feel it tomorrow.
The final push to the summit brings us past giant boulders and lingering patches of snow. Without trees with blazes on them, we follow painted marks on the rocks. Not a moment too soon, the summit comes into view. As is usually the case on Ampersand, we are not alone.
It's just $1 million view, and what's really nice is when you get up here, you've earned the view, as opposed to if somebody dropped you from a helicopter. Well, what the heck would that mean, right? But when you work hard to get up here, it's like all the peaks, really. Every time I come up and I talk to somebody, everybody just says the same thing. It's one of their favorites, so mine too.
Directly below the summit, so close it almost feels like you could jump in, lies privately owned Ampersand Lake. Its amber sands may have given the mountain its name. Close by the highest point on Ampersand, a plaque bolted to the rock honors Walter Channing Rice, a fire tower observer from 1915 to 1923. Rice became known as the Hermit of Ampersand. His cabin is long gone, but watchful hikers spot its remains high up on the mountain.
It's really nice at the end when you see everything. it's like a reward.
This is the highlight of my vacation, coming here with friends. This is the first time I climb. We have the 360-degree view. It's amazing. It's amazing.
The sweeping vistas speak for themselves, yet it's always good to hear the words of fellow climbers. People form a community in such a place. We all know why we're there.